Okay, well, I haven't been on the camera for a while. I've been enjoying visiting with my relatives up here in Bend, and we've been having a good time going out to eat and just getting caught up with family things. And so now I'm back in front of the camera about the van. Three things that I don't have. Well, actually, two things that I don't have. No, three things. The three things I call the pillars of self-sufficiency are refrigeration, solar power, and gasoline-powered generator. I'm thinking those three things are essential. It seems like everybody that I watch who is out on the road and doing this with any kind of reliable comfort and not a lot of complaining, more yeah, things are good type comments, are people that have those three pillars in place. So my evaluation of my van is that I don't have those things in place. I have a propane powered refrigerator capable of dropping temperature about 40 degrees. So in my hometown and when I'm out and about in my area and the temperature soars to say 85 to 90 out just, you know, under the sun, I'm hitting my maximum refrigeration. Anything hotter than that in terms of ambient temperature, and I'm in spoilage range. Now normally our temperatures don't get that high. They don't stay that high for any period of time, so during the little curve where they get that high, the refrigerator's cold enough just to kind of coast through that period, go back down into a cooler temperature where it can regain and replenish the cooler air inside the refrigerator. So for my general daily requirements on a daily basis, the propane refrigerator is fine, and it's fairly efficient and it works well and I can keep things cold. But when the temperature gets above 90, I'm done. It's not going to be able, no matter what I do, no matter what I throw at it, it's not going to be able to sustain a lower temperature because that's not what it's designed to do. That means I'm going to have another source of refrigeration. What's that going to be? Is it going to be a high-tech, high-efficiency cooler that keeps things cold for a week with using ice or using CO2 dry ice? I don't know. Is it going to be a $500 or $600 Engel or ADB or one of the other brand EdgeStar 12-volt refrigerator, compressor refrigerators? I don't know. I'd like to find one of those and put it in a van that's sitting in 100-degree temperature and see if that keeps things cold. That would be what I'd like to do, because for that kind of money, if it's a bust and doesn't work, I'd be better off with a cooler during the times when I need that kind of refrigeration capability. But it's probably in my future, because it seems like that's what everybody winds up getting. At some point they wind up with one of those refrigerators. And the good news is the comments are, it works, everybody's happy with them. The only detracting comment I hear is that they're small, so you have to pick and choose what you're going to refrigerate carefully, because you don't have a lot of space to keep things cold, which is okay with me. I don't think I need that much space. And everybody says that, and everybody winds up saying, I wish I had more space. So I'm no different than anybody else. Next is the solar pillar. So today, that's one of the things I'm out and about trying to accomplish, is hook up with somebody that has solar power, solar equipment, and get together with them and see if I can make a deal on some solar equipment. That would be nice to be able to take some of that home with me. The next thing in the three pillars is some form of independent gasoline-powered generation of electricity. So I already know what I think I'm going to get. If I can find something here locally, that'd be nice. If not, then I have researched this up one side and down the other, and no, I'm not going to pay $800 or $900 for a generator, or $1,000 for a generator. I don't need that much power generation. I need enough to power an air conditioner when it's hot. And so I bought an air conditioner that can work off the inverter in my that I have in the van now, which leads me to believe it's not going to take a whole lot of energy amperage. It's about a 4.5 amp load, which if you multiply 4.5 times 110, you get 440, and 0.5, which is 55. So you get about 500 watts is what that air conditioner will run on. Now, a peak, when it surges to start up, it's going to use more energy, granted. But the generator I'm looking at has a surge capability of 1,000, and it runs very nicely at around 500 watts. So it's pretty quiet, it's pretty economical at that 500 watt continuous running cycle. And if I have to run this generator, if I have to run the AC at a lower power setting, that's okay. It really doesn't matter once you surge the compressor on. It doesn't really matter if you're at high fan cooling or low fan cooling. It really doesn't make any difference. Low fan is just not going to, it's going to cycle and turn off more often than it does on the higher setting where you're demanding more. And that's really a function of the thermostat, not the fan. So you can have high cooling, low cooling, and then adjust the thermostat for the temperature inside the van to regulate that. So there you have it, three parts. The three parts being the refrigeration, cooling, the generator, gasoline powered generator, and the solar panels to keep everything happy, keep all the powered items like phones and computers, cameras, all those things, being able to recharge those things is important. And that's, basically happening with the solar power. So I feel that those three things in cooperation with each other are going to make this van totally self-sufficient, and my water usage and that kind of thing is very, very low. So I think I can sustain off-grid living for quite a long period of time with utilizing those three things. And the good news is space is available for all that stuff. I don't really have to do anything different. If I decide to sell this van in the future and people want those things, great. If they don't, they're not things that I've drastically modified the van in order to install, taking out shelves or cutting things or anything. I can just kind of introduce them without any big remodel taking place. So that's it. Today, out to Costco. I'm going to get some more of these travel pants if they have any. I'm going to take a look at an electric bike place. We're going to have a time to look and enjoy seeing what this electric bike I made is. So people, if they want to make one, it's an easy enough thing to do. And I'll, go over the details of that. But it's very simple, and kind of some costs and where to get parts and that kind of thing. But basically, I'm going to introduce you to the electric bike I have, and then ride around a little bit and be the tourist in Bend for a little while. Go see some sights, and that's it. So strap on your bike helmet, or fasten your seatbelt, and we're going to get this thing going here. So long.